Welcome to the first episode of the Big Bash Show for the inaugural 2011-2012 KFC Big Bash League season. It is going to be huge. My name is Shura Taft. Of course, there are 8 city-based teams from around Australia. There are 31 games over 7 weeks, starting tomorrow on Friday, December 16th, and culminating in the big final on January 28th. On this show, we're going to be tackling the big issues, going through who's hot and who's not, and involving you guys, the fans at home, along the way. It's going to be a lot of fun. But let's get to our first guest on the show, the star batsman for the Melbourne Renegades, Mr. Brad Hodge. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. Happy to be here.
Now, the Melbourne Renegades looking like a great team. How are they shaping up?
Shaping up very well. We're obviously excited about the new league and the city-based teams. And our team has a couple of superstar Pakistan players in Shahid Afridi and Abdul Razak, and also has 2 of the fastest bowlers in cricket worldwide in Shura Taft and Dirk Nannes, and some superstar batsmen, the likes of Hodge, McDonald, Finch, Reardon, and of course superstar Maxwell. So we're gearing up for a big season.
Now, you faced obviously both Nannes and Tate. How quick are they?
Oh, they're devastatingly quick. Yeah, look, I'm delighted that they're on our side, so I can watch a few other batsmen get scared along the way.
Now, who are you looking forward to? Obviously, you're going to be playing teams from around Australia. Who are you looking forward to putting over the fence?
Oh, good question. I definitely think Warnie. I mean, Warnie's come on as a superstar, legend from the past, come back for the Stars, and obviously his home ground MCG is all his theatre, and it'd be nice for a fellow Victorian to put him over the stands. It'd be good fun.
Okay, 1 day to go before the first game. Now, it is the Brisbane Heat versus the Sydney Sixers at the Sydney Sixers home ground, the SCG. What's the key to victory in this game?
Well, definitely the left-handers, I think. Matty Hayden making his return to cricket, and he's certainly been training hard. He's a good friend of mine. I've been speaking to him. Yeah. And he's a big key. He's got a great record at the SCG in test matches and a memorable game against the World 11 where he got a big 100. So he'd be fired up for a big return, Matty Hayden. What's
his train? Does he go out and have a fish and just get the mind at ease, or...?
I think he has been batting the nets, but he's certainly geared up for it. I mean, he's a superstar and he holds a lot of pride in his ability. But he's certainly a big wicket early, and I'm not sure if Brendan McCullum and Daniel Vittori are playing in that match. But obviously Brendan is a friend of mine as well, and he's a superstar, hits it a long way. He'd be a person you want to get it out early.
I think we'll agree it's going to be a huge match to kick off the season. If you guys want to check it out, make sure you get to ticketek.com.au to get the tickets. That is at the SCG, Friday, December 16th. All right, well, the second game in the competition brings a huge name back to the MCG, the Melbourne Stars versus the Sydney Thunder. One man everyone wants to see, Brad Hodge.
Chris Gale?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a mouth-watering competition, isn't it? Shane Warne, superstar Victorian, up against the Sydney guys, and it will be an enthralling battle. And look, it's going to be funny to see whether Cameron brings Warnie on early.
Could he open?
Well, I don't think so. Not to Chris Gale and David Warner, especially with the ball spinning into him. But if you don't get Warner and Gale out early, then you're going to have to turn to the superstar Warnie, and it's going to be a battle which is everyone's going to be glued to the TV for sure.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if Shane Warne still has that tweak, still has the wrong and still has all those balls. If you want to check it out, it is going to be a huge T20 clash. Make sure you get your tickets from ticketek.com.au. That game is Saturday, December 17th. All right, the next game on the calendar is Brad Hodge having his first game for the Melbourne Renegades, heading over to South Australia to take on the Strikers. Now, how are you feeling for the big game?
Excited, of course. Melbourne Red versus Adelaide Blue. It doesn't seem right, but that's the way it is. But one thing I am very excited about is the return of the Wild Thing to Adelaide Oval, Shura Taft. I mean, I go over there, catch the plane over there, and you're just nervous thinking about Tatey running in with that brand new white ball. And I'm sure there'll be a few of his old teammates who are a little bit nervous, a little bit scared, because who knows what he's going to throw up the Wild Thing. Some could bounce, some don't. And it's fast and it's furious, and we've got another guy named Kieran Pollard who we need to tackle as well. So it's all about also Afridi returning. Yeah. It's going to be great stuff.
The big West Indian Pollard, he can hit a few balls over the sticks as well. So it's going to be a huge game. Now that game is on Sunday, December 18th. A little bit earlier, it's a 5:30 start, so you'll be ready to go, won't you, Brad?
We'll be ready at 5:30 for sure.
Okay, tickets from ticketek.com.au. Also on Sunday, December 18, is the first match for the Perth Scorchers and the Hobart Hurricanes. Who are we going to be looking at for in this one, Brad?
Well, another return of a wrist spin bowler in Brad Hodge playing for the Scorchers, so hopefully he goes well. Yeah, look, everyone who's over 40 is trying to come back into this league and get a game. But hopefully he does well. He's a great guy and he's had a good record in one-day cricket for Australia. But, you know, the Hurricanes, you know, they're a pretty good, talented side and they've got a couple of good signings down there. But playing away from home, we'll test them for sure. And of course, Ricky Ponting coming out of the Test team to play a bit of T20. He'll be looking forward to having a bit of a smash as well. Yeah, he hasn't played for a while at T20, and I was surprised when he actually gave it up because he was actually a superstar at it. Just probably didn't like it as much as what he thought. But he'll come out there and whack him around. He's got some form back and it'll be good fun to watch him. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Herschel Gibbs throw the stumps down. That guy can feel with the best in the world. It's going to be a massive game. That game is also Sunday, December 18. And remember, it's actually a 6 p.m. start. That's local time. If you want to get tickets to that one, that is ticketmaster.com.au. Okay, now with the T20 KFC Big Bash season, it's not just about watching the game, you can also get involved in the fantasy game. And we're going to be having a segment each week about who's hot and who's not. Now, of course, the games haven't started yet, so we can't talk about the players who are hot yet, but we're going to talk about the players who are valued the most before the season starts. And these are the top three. Brad, it might surprise you, or you might be already knowing this, but Chris Gale is number one. He's the most valued player of the T20 season. How good is Chris Gale? That's not surprising. He's a superstar. He was devastating in the IPL last season, and he's just the type of guy you don't want to bowl against. And for sure, as an opposition batsman, I love to see him smash him everywhere, and it's not surprising at all. He's a superstar. And he hits a miles, and he's a good bowler as well and a good fielder. Well, that's the thing for fantasy season. He might take wickets, he might take catches, and he'll put plenty sixes over the fence, I would have thought. Yep, it's a good buy for sure. All right, now the second most valued player in the fantasy game is actually his teammate and probably opening companion, David Warner. Well, a little bit surprised about that. Davey's there or thereabouts. Look, he doesn't bowl, and he might be in the test side, Davey, the way he's been playing. We're not sure. But he's certainly a superstar, and he can light up the stadium for sure, and he can hit big balls. But you know, it is a balancing act. So always a risk when you make a fantasy team, though. Yeah, will he still vote? Or will Chris Gale steal all the points away from Davey Warner? Very good point. Very good point right there. Now the third most valued side, people might be thinking Brad Hodge. Actually, Shahid Afridi. Not surprised at all. I mean, Boom Boom is an absolute superstar. His record in T20. For wickets and economy rate is unbelievable. Best in the world. And also Boom Boom with his batting, well, you're not quite sure exactly what you're going to get. But what you are going to get is excitement, and he can make 100 off 40 balls if he wants to, or it could be a quick fire 30. But he's certainly, I'm not surprised. He's and he'll bowl, he might take some wickets as well. He'll take wickets for sure. Now, not surprising the people out there, this man here, Brad Hodge, you are valued at over 100,000 as well. Will you have a bowl in this competition, do you think? Yeah, I've been told by the captain to get the arm loose and make sure. But 100,000 is a little bit short, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Up a little bit higher. But there is this guy I would think for the viewers to look out for, and that's a guy named Maxwell from the Renegades. He got the fastest 50 in Rugby Cup last year, and he's a genuine superstar. Bowls, bats, fields, Melbourne Renegades player. Get on him. Now, you have made a fantasy team yourself, have you? Yep, I certainly have. So that's your one tip, Max. Or anyone else? Any bowlers you want to get on? Ooh, who's going to take wickets? Look, I think Shahid Afridi. Yep. I think he's a real danger man for us. And also, you think Warnie's going to chime in with a few wickets? Warnie will take a couple. Of course he will. All right, now if you guys want to get involved, it is a massive competition. You can share in over $20,000 worth of prizes, including $10,000 just for the winner of the fantasy competition. It is going to be huge. There are plenty of players to choose from. You've just got to be smart about where you spend your money. $100,000 on Brad Hodge doesn't seem like that much when he's going to be knocking up hundreds like no tomorrow. Anyway, if you want to get involved, it is fantasy.bigbash.com.au. Go and make your team right now, and good luck. All right, that's it for our first show of the season. We've got to say a huge thank you to our first guest, Brad Hodge. Good luck with the season. When can the Renegades fans get out there? Yeah, we'll be out there at Etihad Stadium December 22, so we'll be jam-packed. Hopefully got a win under our belt first up against the Strikers. But get down to Etihad Stadium December 22 and support the mighty red of the Renegades. Taking on the Scorchers there. Now, from now on, my guest, or my panellist, I should say, on the show is going to be Jesse Hogan, who is the Age cricket writer. We're going to be addressing all the big issues. If you guys want to tweet us any questions or anything you want to see on the show, make sure you hashtag Big Bash Show right there.
And for any other information about the KFC T20 Big Bash season, go to bigbash.com.au. It's going to be huge. Our next show will be on December 19. That is after the first round of matches. But until then, we'll see you later.